Hickok 45 here. Done. They assumed that we have the intelligence to put it back together. Can you believe that? I've got them fooled, don't I? Well, I might be able to figure it out. We'll see. Anyway, it is the PC Carbine, and we had been anxious to try it, and now we have. So we appreciate they're sending it to us. We appreciate Federal supplying some food for it, and we're going to fire, I guess, mostly. Yeah, I've got hollow points, and then also 124 grain ammo through it. And don't forget to go to the link. So I wonder if I'll just stare at it or maybe try to shoot it. It's going to take them a while to put it back together. Hope you're not in a hurry. Ah, watch this. It actually doesn't take a long time. Pop that barrel back in there. Oh man, best laid plans of mice and men. All right, you grab that little lever, direct it into the receiver, and there it is. How's that? Put a mag in it. Let's do that, and let's let the bolt fly forward. Get my ears in my ears, and let's shoot this thing. All right, is that a sweet sound? Well, cowboy, you need to be shot. Yeah. And that bowling pin, and the gong. I'm going long range. Oh, oh, we had a malfunction. Let's try again. Well, let's take that mag out. Put him back in there. All right. All right, we're empty. All right, we've had a couple of malfunctions with it, so we'll see how it does. I definitely have it oiled up really well, so we'll make sure it's not that. Okay. Try the red plate on the middle there. There we go. Yeah, I was going a little high. All right. So, oh, guess what? I wish I had more ammo. You know what? I do in my pistol. So let's pull that out. These are hollow points. So we'll try that. Make sure it'll feed a hollow point. There we go. It feeds hollow points. Doesn't feed full metal jacket all the time, but it fed those hollow points. So now we've been shooting the thing, I don't know, probably now maybe 15 mags worth with Glock and Ruger mags and everything. We've had a couple of malfunctions, or 3 I think, with the Ruger mags, and then we've had 1 with the Glock mags so far, and probably shot it actually more maybe with the Ruger mags, I'm not sure. So it's a new gun, just to let you know what's going on with it. I've had it apart several times. I've cleaned it, made sure it's lubed and everything. It's a pretty cool gun. Well, time will tell how reliable it is and how it does. But that's I guess the negative. We've had a few malfunctions. The positive, I think the positives abound. It feels good. It's got some heft, maybe too much heft for you. It's got a pretty heavy bolt, but it feels fine to me, just a little beefy. And it, obviously chambered in 9mm right now. And of course it has that takedown feature. So you can get that in your briefcase or wherever you want to put it. Kind of like the 1022. In a way it's like a 1022 on steroids, but it's, yet it is different. I think they sell for about $650 MSRP, but I believe people are finding them. They're telling me for around $5, $5.25, and that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. It's just out, and I've been anxious to get one. A lot of us enjoy the pistol caliber carbines, and whether it's a lever gun or a semi-automatic, just whatever it is, a bolt gun. Are there any bolt guns? Yeah, there are bolt guns like that. They're fun to shoot. They might have hunting applications. They might even have defensive applications. A lot of people think, well, why would I want a big old gun like this to fire a pistol cartridge, 9mm or something? Well, I don't know. For entertainment in a lot of ways. And then 2, a lot of people have trouble shooting a handgun, whereas you put a 9mm in this, and you know, they can hit really well with it. And maybe in a defensive situation, they'd be more comfortable with a long gun. You put something on your shoulder, and obviously almost anybody can shoot it a lot better than a handgun. So there are advantages to it, and it seems to be a nice package here, no doubt about it. You can adjust the length of pull here, which I have done. I put one or two of the spacers in there. It comes with, I don't know, actually I think I just put one more in there. So it feels pretty good to me on that. And let me go ahead and switch it out. I was going to start with the Ruger mags. And one of the claims to fame, I've already been drooling on myself because it does take a Glock magazine. You know, so it answers that question. Does it take Glock magazines? Yes, it does. And that's one of the things that has been well, appealing to a lot of people, because a lot of people have a lot of Glock mags, and Glock mags are pretty widely available. They tend to be really good magazines. So let me show you how that works. You take the barrel off, and then you release the bolt. Okay, and you've got a couple of screws here to take out. The barrel out of the way, and right here, take these two out. Well, this one and the one forward of the magazine well. You have to replace the adapter before it will take Glock magazines. Now it'll take with this adapter, as it says on there, you can see the SR9 mags and the Security 9 mags, both of which we shot. There's the Security 9 mags, which go to this pistol I pulled out, and that's an SR9 mag. Now there's another adapter, as I understand, you can put in. It doesn't come with a firearm, for the Ruger American pistols, so it'll actually take those. Okay. Now these are kind of captured. These screws, you don't have to unscrew them, take them all the way out. And it comes with an Allen wrench to do a small one, but I just got my larger one here. Just might help me because I'm not very coordinated, and works a little better. Let's see if I got it far enough. Okay. So that's one of the claims to fame here, the fact that it'll take different magazines. Okay, so that comes out pretty simply. And if you want to, excuse me, you can take the trigger assembly out pretty easy. Punch those pins out. And there's your trigger assembly. I won't take the bolt out now, but you know, it's got a big heavy bolt. It's kind of a blowback, you know, situation there. And you can see I really lubed it. I'm going to make sure that we got plenty of lube in this thing. I've had a couple of, I don't know, lately, different firearms. I just didn't lube as much as I should have or thought I had. I don't want that to ever be the issue. But this bolt is interesting. I've read it has a piece of tungsten in it, which is heavy stuff, if you didn't know that. And it gives it kind of a dead blow effect. It's a big chunk of tungsten in the bolt, and it has a little bit of play in it. And so it helps keep the bolt from, I guess, moving quite as fast, changing directions as quickly, and some things like that. It just enables or helps assist the physics of it to reduce recoil and everything. So it's a pretty heavy chunk. All right. Also, the bolt face, I don't know if you can see it, it's a separate piece. I was reading, a lot of people think that there'll be other calibers available probably fairly soon, where you just take that bolt face off and, you know, put like a 40 caliber or a 45 caliber bolt face on there and change out the barrel and magazines. You'll be ready to go with a different caliber. So we shall see, right? And the bolt reminds me of the way it's made and everything of an Uzi bolt. I had an Uzi for a while, so I'm pretty familiar with those. Let's see, I'll put that back in before I get into the other part. And that's an interesting fire, no doubt about it. I was pleased to see they came out with this, and I'm hoping that they'll be readily available and that they prove reliable. Okay, so there's that. So once you get that out, then it's not a problem at all to change this out. You just push the mag release and pull this piece out, this insert. And again, that one's for the Ruger mags, and I've got the one for the Glock mags. So put him in here. He just falls down in there. He's ready to go. Okay. And it says on the bottom again, G9, so you know what you got in there. This is reversible. The mag release, as I understand, and the bolt handle is reversible. If you notice there, you unscrew, I think it's an Allen nut in there, and it put it in over there. Okay? So I won't do that either, but that's reversible. So we're ready to go. All we do is put this back together, and it is just not that hard to do, is it? I mean, if I didn't have my degree in gunsmithing, I probably would not have been able to do that, though. So, okay. What else about this thing as I'm putting it back together? Like I say, it will take 3 different kinds of Ruger mags. You know, the SR9, the Security 9, or the Ruger American mags. Whereas if you remember, maybe you don't, I never did have one, but Ruger made a pistol caliber carbine. It was called the Police Carbine, I think, back in the 90s. And it would take the P-series pistol mags, but I just never did have one of those. This one is supposed to be better, built better than those, have a better bolt and all that. Time will tell, won't it? Again, we have one example here, as I like to point out, and you know, this is our experience, relating our experience with this one rifle, and then what you see is this one rifle. So guess what? We're very close to being Glock ready, aren't we? So let's grab a Glock mag. And of course, one of the attractions of being able to use a Glock magazine is these babies, 33 rounders, right? So that is one appeal, right? So we'll start out very civilized here with some smaller ones. I didn't try a Glock 26. I think that's a Glock 19 mag, but as you can see, you know that one extends, so even a Glock 26 mag would work in it, unless I'm not seeing something there, which could be the case. All right, so let's shoot this thing. I'll put this one in my pocket. Glock mag in a Ruger. Who would have thunk? Let's smoke a pot here to celebrate. Yeah, how about another one? Pretty cool. Took him right off. Let's go over there and hit that. Oh, I've got a paint can that messed up on us, which red paint often does. See if I can hit it in front of that plate. Yeah. Then they were going to paint that target, so we'll do it the hard way. Let's try that middle one. There we go. That mag worked. All right. Like I said, we had a Glock mag fail, or a failure to feed with one Glock magazine. Let's kill us a pig. Yeah, how about a ram? And a turkey. Wow, and a gong. Again, that is the fun of a pistol caliber carbine. I'm a fan of pistol caliber carbines. I just am. And I bring up every now and then, I kind of regret not purchasing that CX4 Storm that Beretta makes. That was a fun little carbine, and extremely reliable and everything. So guess what? Well, we shot hollow points through the Ruger mag, and they actually worked. Seemed to work better than the other. And I don't know, it could be with a new gun. Here I'll go make an excuse. Not excuses. You know, well, I won't say I don't care whether it works or not. I do care. I want everybody that's trying to make a cool gun to work, so we have viable options. But then again, it's not my company, so it's okay. It could be with a new gun, though, as I was about to say. Maybe just standard range ammo. You know, we all know that American Eagle does a good job. I've been using their stuff for decades, I guess. Yeah, decades. Not just because they give us the ammo, but it's not as powerful as carry ammo. So maybe that's it. We'll see. We proceed. I've shot some hollow points, and it's been working with them. Maybe it needs, at least in a break-in period, hotter ammo. I don't know. You all might know more about than I do. You probably know more about everything than I do, right? All right, let's try those hollow points. Let's shoot them. Let's shoot a couple of them on this target over here. Oh yeah, it's accurate. Boy, look at that. At that long range, that's pretty good. Okay, since I've got hollow points, let's let's do what I always forget to do, and you give me a hard time about it. Let's shoot some 2 liters. Pow, pow, pow. And I think the gong deserves a hollow point. Here we go. Wherever all those went. Now, the real reason we want a Glock mag adapter for this, right? Man. Now there's a weapon. There's a weapon. Take a look at that. Is that cool? All right. Cowboy, you haven't been hit. Not that one. Let's shoot his hat off. Let's take the safety off. Boom. Okay, we got his hat. And we got a malfunction. Okay. Let's let's shoot those plates. Oh, I know what let's do. Let's shoot the tree here. We got another malfunction. Yep. Look it up. Got the 33 round magazine. You notice, put it on safe, you notice that with the longer barrel and everything, it hits those leaves, those limbs on the tree a lot harder than a handgun, because they just barely knock them around. Generally, when you're shooting a handgun, I was about to say there. Let's swing those plates a little bit. Did I empty it? No. Doesn't take long to empty it. So what do we have? A couple of malfunctions with that magazine. Okay. Let's and I don't think any of those have been used to the point where the springs are worn. I know that let's see, I do have some more hollow points in this other one. Let's try that. Okay, we'll shoot. Boy, well, it's only about 12 or so. These are carry ammo again. So let's see if they do better. They're going to be a little warmer, is what I'm trying to ascertain here. It could be that that might be better. I don't know. Let's go there and bang around. Yeah, must not be that. Yeah, it's not liking those at all. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if that's that mag. That, I don't know. That's that one I had in the truck for a long time. I don't know. I'm just don't. I ran across that. It was already loaded, so I brought it out here. Let's try some regular ammo again. Let's try this. Okay. Again, this is all new federal ammo here. Okay. Try the Buffalo over there. Okay, pretty smooth on that one. Pretty smooth. Let's try a few of these too, since we're. Oh no, that's the one I just threw down. Thought I had another one. There we go. 33 rounder. Woo! Turkey. Well, that one doesn't want to fall. Yeah, little chicken, you little chicken. There you go. Oh, those went fine. It might be partly the age of the magazine. I don't know. Like I said, this one, I've ran across that, and I'm just not, I don't know. It's an older one, and it's been loaded for a long time. I don't know if that ammo has been like in some extreme temperatures or not. So just again, just kind of try to cover all the bases of things it could be. Here's this is a brand new mag for sure, because it goes with the Glock 19X, and which we might be shooting today some more. So that's a new magazine. Let's try that one. Might not work as well because it's a different color there. I don't know. What do we want to shoot? Let's put a couple more on the target here. Smoke some pot. Yeah. And a can. And a tree. A little bump fire in there. Did you catch that? Oh, I might get in trouble bump firing. So that mag seems to work. So anyway, that's kind of the experiences we've had. So you've kind of seen what's been going on. And I don't know, I should mark some of these and date some of these magazines. I have a tendency to have them around a long time and not keep them marked and separated. But yeah, who knows? And in some of them I'll keep ammo, and I think I'm going to load one more just to give it another look here, and maybe shoot another mag of these. Okay, this one we shot. So anyway, the firearm is cool, and time will tell how reliable it is. You know, I just don't know. Just giving you the same look we're getting. It could be when you make a firearm like this that will, you know, accommodate so many different kinds of magazines. It's not going to be 100% reliable. I don't know. You know, it's that same old deal. If you make something that will do everything, maybe it does everything okay, but not as well as something's dedicated. You know, like something that will just take one sort or type of magazine. I don't know. And I don't know which one we were having a little trouble with. I'll put a few more in this. And, so, you know, pretty cool gun, and it's definitely lubed probably too well, if anything. And this one, by the way, doesn't take a suppressor. It doesn't have the threaded end. If I'd waited a little bit longer, I could have gotten one, but you know, we didn't have a suppressor for it anyway, so it didn't really matter to me. And you got your Picatinny rail up there. And of course, the receiver is made of, I think, 70-75 aluminum. You know, it's shaped out of a billet of that, and your rail here is part of it. That's pretty neat. This would be a cool gun, I guess, to have a red dot on. You know, you just pop a red dot on there or something like that. It'd be fun to shoot as well. What else about it? You got the reversible mag release, bolt, handle. Thing I didn't lie about here. So, operates a little bit like a 1022. You notice that, right? Which I struggle with on a 1022, but with this one, I don't have any trouble. It works like it's supposed to there. Okay. So, all right, put a few more in this one. Shoot a few more times here. Definitely a fun gun. You're probably like me, though. You're not going to definitely consider a firearm for self-defense unless it's like 99.9% or how about 100% reliable. So we'll see what the verdict is on these, and that's fairly important. Okay, let's put a few more rounds through it. It may just need more breaking in. I don't know. Mag in. Just in my pocket. Take a couple more shots. Oh, there's a target I missed. Boom. That's empty. No problems. Try this big mag again. All right. All right. Seem to be doing better the further we go along. Again, I don't know. It just needs maybe breaking in, needs a little more shooting. But you know, fun gun. For me right now, I like it. And it would be, you know, a fun plinker. It would not be a defensive rifle, you know, unless, you know, I shoot it another 500, 600, 800 times, and it gets to the point where it just never malfunctions, okay, with almost any ammo. So for me right now, it'd just be a fun plinker and just a cool firearm. So it's got a heavy bolt, I know, and I don't know, I was thinking maybe it wants hotter ammo, especially when it's new. I had a Benelli shotgun like that just wouldn't feed weak ammo at all when I first bought it, and had to fire high brass in it for a while, and then it got to where it would fire anything, you know, and still will. Don't know if that's part of it or not. I was beginning to think in that direction, especially where it seemed to be doing fine with those the carry ammo, the hollow points, until I got that long magazine with some in it. But again, I didn't load that one up recently. I found it on a shelf, and I don't know, it may have been in a car for a long time or something. Don't know for sure. Sorry about that. I'm not a scientist, but anyway, you saw how it was doing, and by and large, it's a neat gun. You know, I guess the negatives of the firearm, for me, it is a little harder to get down on the sight than I'd like. I've got a big old chin, but I can do it okay. I would probably put a red dot or something up here, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Seems real durable. Definitely simple to take apart, convert, do everything you want to do with it, including put spacers back there, take them out. Ingenious design. It's so cool that Ruger's doing this, and you know, it's just a matter of, oh wow, hot, of getting 100% reliability. You know, that's what I like in a rifle or a handgun. So I don't know if I'll put that back together. It's kind of hot, but there it is. Anyway, the carbine, the PC Carbine, where you can shoot, oh man, a lot of different magazines, and the fact that it will take a Glock magazine is of course highly desirable. I think even for people who don't have a lot of Glocks or Glock magazines, because for whether or not you like Glocks, you may hate Glocks, but it's hard to argue with the Glock mags. They just tend to work well, at least in a Glock, you know. So there's another thing. Maybe it's irrelevant that Glock mags are so reliable in general, you know, because this is not a Glock. Yeah, so anyway, there you go. Pretty cool gun. I would like for it to be, I'd like a little more reliability out of it. But again, maybe it's partly just the break-in period. We'll shoot it some more. We may do a chapter 2 with it. Also, other people have them, been shooting them, so we'll get some other input from the internet and other videos where people are experimenting with them and shooting them a lot. So we'll begin to see patterns if there is a pattern. You know, if there's a pattern where they just won't be reliable, or if they just need to be shot 400 or 500 times before they get to that point. We'll find out. The answers are out there. Life is good. That guy's pretty smart, isn't he? Actually, he is, but I have more to say. I'll keep it brief. We decided after the video, based on some of the malfunctions we had in the video, to explore a little further and not wait for a chapter 2. Okay, guys, I was curious, and you know, we want to be fair to any firearm we shoot. We don't want to make anything look better than it is or worse than it is, and we don't do bashing videos. Yeah, that's kind of silly. You know, we had a Ruger once where the bolt wouldn't close on it. after about 2 shots, and we just sent it back and said, hey, this gun doesn't work well enough to do a video with. Send us another one, and of course it worked fine. You know, everybody knows Ruger makes, you know, good stuff, so we don't need to try to get clicks by doing bashing videos and that kind of thing. So we just want to give an honest look at what we review and what we look at. Okay, so anyway, after the video we got to talking about that, and yeah, I wonder if it was the ammo. I wonder if it was this magazine, or you know, what the deal was exactly. And this was the one where we had so many malfunctions there near the end of the video, if you got that far, and I guess you did since you're here. So I was just curious and didn't want to wait for a chapter 2 really, and I thought you all might want to know too. So anyway, what I did was, and that's been about a week ago since we did the video, of course for you all it's just a couple of minutes, right? I went out a couple of days later and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out and get just a bunch of different 9mm ammo, get some hot stuff, some plus P, and just whatever I can find, you know, and see if I can, I don't know, figure out what it is, if there's any common denominators, because I was seeming to have a little trouble here with the Ruger mag. We had, I think, one malfunction with the Ruger mags before I converted it, and then we had several with the Glock mags, and mostly with the long mags, I believe, if you look at the video, which you just did, right? But it's been a week for me, so see, I don't know as much about it. So anyway, what I did that. I went out and spent 160 bucks. I got a bunch of different ammo, a couple, 3 different gun shops. Now I'm just going to shoot this thing a bunch more, and then we'll just tack on a little piece here about my findings. And that's what I did. Well, the first thing I did was, you remember in the video, again, for you, it hadn't been that long ago, I was having trouble with this mag and the 147 grain HST I had, and it was malfunctioning almost every time there near the end of the video. And so I was curious about that as much as anything. And so what I did was I took that ammo and I put it in well, I actually shot some out of this Glock, you know, with this magazine, and it worked fine, okay? And, you know, with that magazine. Yeah, I took some of the ammo and put it in the Security 9 magazine and shot it out of the Security 9 pistol. It worked just fine. So it wasn't the ammo, okay? Scientist, didn't know I was such a scientist, did you? Tested it in 2 different magazines, 2 different guns. It worked, handguns at least. Okay, so it wasn't the ammo, and it apparently wasn't the magazine. I shot it out of this magazine in that Glock, and then actually loaded this magazine up a couple of different times with you know, Federal 124 grain, the stuff we shoot, and some other random stuff I bought, and it worked fine. So this magazine is fine, or the long, whichever long one it was that one, or I don't know if it's that one or the other one. I might have it, but I definitely had the right magazine because it still had the ammo in it. Okay, so I figured out, being the genius I am, that there's not a problem with that magazine or that ammo. Okay. So I don't know, so what's the bottom line here? I'm not sure. It seems that it doesn't like heavy ammo, at least right now. It could all be the break-in, you know, literally, because of the types of malfunctions we're having. That's what we suspect. Again, it's just one gun, of course, one sample, maybe the only one that has this issue, and it is maybe a break-in issue, I don't know. It's an early model. But it seems like heavier ammo gives it the most trouble, especially if it's not plus P. That's one kind of common denominator, okay? Some of this ammo I got, there was a box or 2 of 115 grain plus P, had no trouble with at all in that magazine, you know? And then I had some Gold Dot, the 124 grain plus P I bought, brand new ammo, had one malfunction with this magazine. I tried it in this magazine, I tried it in a Glock 17 mag, had a malfunction there, just 1 out of 17. Okay, so I had one malfunction out of, I think, 2 boxes of it. Okay, one malfunction with this mag and then one with the long mag. You know, just trying to isolate what, you know, could be going on. So it doesn't seem to be magazine related too much. So even plus P, you know, I don't know. So with about every kind of ammo I tried in it, I got some fresh HST that I know is fresh. It's been in the house since I bought it, both non-plus P and plus P. And I had like a malfunction here and there with it out of both mags. Tried it in the pistols, no problem. You know, so it just apparently needs more break-in, or the spring's too strong. Could be what it is, because, you know, the type of malfunctions that we were having. And as you saw in the video, for the most part, it was working okay. You know, it's fun to shoot and everything. And I've got notes I made while I was doing that. I'm not very smart, as you know, I need to tell you that. And I was writing all this down as I was doing it here with all this ammo and just making sure, you know, I would remember, you know, what was going on, what I was shooting, which magazine and all that kind of thing. And because I wasn't sure what I would determine. But it looks like to us, because of the fact that often on the malfunctions, if you notice in the ones in the video and outside the video, quite often it's a new round is put in the chamber, but when you go to pull the trigger, it's not cocked. Okay, so you got a fresh round that actually gets chambered, the old one gets ejected, and then you got to, but it's not cocked. So the bolt is not coming back far enough to cock it. It's coming back far enough to chamber a new round. That happens a lot. So again, I ain't too smart, but that sounds like quite often the bolt's not getting enough force to you know, come back as far as it needs to. And on the other malfunctions, that apparently is part of the issue too. Don't know. So I think with really hot ammo, you're probably not going to have a problem with it. Okay, like I said, and it may be because of the way that bolt and the blowback with that piece of tungsten in there, it just reacts better to really hot, maybe light ammo. Some of you scientists, you know, ballisticians can speak to that maybe, okay? So anyway, that's just what our findings are, and that's the best I can tell you on it. I just wanted to tack this onto the video to let you know we did research a little bit more, shot it some more, and because I was blaming it on this mag as a possibility in the video, and it's apparently not that or the ammo that was in that magazine. So apparently the bolt is just not coming back far enough most of the time. Seems to be what the problem might be. And you know, the collar on the barrel and everything is tight. You know, just make sure there wasn't something else that we were doing, well lubed, you know, so we tried all that. Okay, so now it wasn't like a total disaster, of course, as you see in the video. It's working fine most of the time, but I'm not used to guns malfunctioning, you know, and I don't have a lot of patience with a firearm that malfunctions. I could shoot this firearm right here, I'm sure, 10,000 times right now. It might not malfunction. You know, and the Ruger Security 9, same thing, not just Glock loving there. But so anyway, just wanted to give you a little more information before we let you go for the final time. And before we got around to a chapter 2, I wanted to find out more information right away rather than wait a couple, 3 weeks and do a chapter 2. Okay, because it would probably done the same thing in the chapter 2. You know, it would have. So what we'll probably do is get another one here in a few weeks, and we'll just do a chapter 2, and we'll see how it does. Okay. So and the word will be out there on the internet. You know, if other people are having issues, or if no one is, and this could be an aberration. You know, we've done firearms before. We had no problems, and everybody on the internet's having problems with them. You know, and so this might just be the opposite of that. Who knows? But anyway, there it is, and. It's a fun gun to shoot, but you know, it does have some reliability issues, has been our experience, and that's what we do, just kind of show you firearms, give you our experience, and we do unedited videos, and so whatever happens, happens. Now, life is good.
Hey Dad, will you throw me another pot? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just setting up here for another video. Wanted to remind you guys to check out our friends over at SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute. They are a fully accredited online distance learning program where you get certified in gunsmithing and get an associate's degree in firearms technology. They also accept GI bills. So check them out over at sdi.edu. And also check out our friends at vaultecsafe.com. You've seen the pistol safes on the main shooting table in some of our videos, so check them out if you need one of those. And also go to hickok45.com, and you can find basically everything that you need to know about us. You can see all of our various supporters over there and stay up to date on our Facebook pages and Twitter, Hickok45 on Facebook, The Real Hickok45 at Instagram. There's also the Hickok45 and Son YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff, and full30.com. We've got videos over there. So just go to hickok45.com, and that's where you can basically find anything else you need to know. And also our store, don't forget that.